high school, until like, 3 years worth of college, I was, I was swirling. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was definitely swirling. Okay. Now where I'm at in my season and through my own journey, I personally know that I do not want to date white men ever again. And I'm okay with that. And that's just me personally, right? I want a black man. There was a very unhealed part of me that had to really, really, reprogram my mind and understand myself in another depth. The connection I have with white men can never equal the connection that I have with black men, right? Like it just will never equal. I don't know, there's just something that's just always going to be divided. Something that I see a lot on social media, especially on this app, when it comes to black women speaking on their experience of dating white men and sharing their experience on this app, that they bash black men in the process. And this is even something that I used to do. And it cracks me up in a way because of the fact that I am one black woman who used to date white men. And sometimes when I see some of you black girls that come on this app and y'all are showing off your little white men, right? I can peep very much who's doing it out of a materialistic thing to just show off the fact that like, hey, I got chosen by a white man, I'm good over here, whatever the case may be, right? But you're actually not coming from a genuine place of love. Oop, I said it. I've been around so many black women that as soon as a white man gives her a compliment, oh my God, you would have thought the Nile River woke up. Like, it's insane. But as soon as a black man was to give her a compliment, it's thank you with an attitude.
I'm gonna say this. Majority of these black women who are bashing black men, they will end up like this, because when they are dating outside their race, they don't date for love, they are dating for revenge. So what do you expect? Of course, you will end up failing, bro. So right here, what she talking, bro, like at first, like she didn't want to date black men no more, and now like she don't want to date white men no more. So where's the problem? So she want to tell us like all those men have problems now, because if a black man was a bad person at first, then why are you coming back? Instead of bashing men, they have to sit down and ask themselves like, hey, the type of men we want, what do they want in a woman? I believe that will solve a lot of problems, bro, and reach to a conclusion. There is the big wave of women regretting divorcing their husbands, and we're gonna see on this video what some of them they have to say, But before all, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you didn't subscribe yet, and like the video and drop your comment down below. Let's get into it.
So she don't like to be asked what she brings to the table, but I wonder if she'll tell us anyway.
I hate when they ask what do I bring to the table. I bring pussy. And good pussy at that.
But can you even cook?
You know what else I bring? I cook food.
But do you have your own place?
I got my own place.
What about a ready-made family? Do you come with any kids?
I bring 2 badass kids. If you're ever lacking love, they got a lot of it. Mouth. I bring mouth and booty hole. But you can't have the booty hole.
And I know for sure you're well educated. Most of you are.
A high school diploma. A lot of bitches got a high school diploma. I got a high school diploma.
How about something to keep me entertained? Can you keep me entertained?
Personality. I'm funny.
I think you're just missing one more thing and you will be the perfect woman.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Fuck y'all. What do y'all bring to the table? Nothing.
This is not looking good at all, and that's why we're saying like single moms, bro, are the huge red flags. There are some of them are good, because they're men, they might have some problems, but them, they're good. You can do so if you like it, get one, you can have it, But many of them, bro, they are like this, So just imagine like having that attitude, and you can tell like why she's a single mom right now of 2. And don't be surprised, majority of these single moms, bro, they had good men on their lives, but those men, they end up leaving, But the main reason there is because of leadership on the family. They want a man to provide to them, taking care of everything, but they don't want that man to lead. They're like, hey, I'm a grown adult, how can I be led by a man? So that's the big issue, bro.
That what men really feel most of the time when it comes to divorce is resentment, not surprise, not loss, not grief, but resentment at losing their very own personal absorber of all their negative externalities, their personal patriarchal absorber of responsibilities, absorber of costs. One need look no further than how most men behave in custody battles. And that is this. Most men, we know statistically, they do not show up. They do not contest the mother's custody order. They actually do nothing. And then, subsequent to having no custody assigned to them, they either come around and look.
You guys cannot be out here telling yourselves that men are so resentful because, you know, they're giving up their unpaid labor. They're paying for it every single day when they go to work. They're paying for it every time you have a mental outburst about some bullshit from 10 years ago. He's paying for it every single time he misses a birthday or a holiday, or he can't be at a sporting event because mom moved so far fucking away. He is literally paying for the consequences of the woman's actions every single fucking day, and y'all never want to take accountability for your part in it. He's paying for it every single time he has to come home to an empty house with toys all over the place. He's paying for it every single time that child support hits and he has to pay for 2 households. And if anything, if men are resentful, they have every single right to be, because there's no way that he has to live like this for the rest of his life because of the consequences of your actions to not making the relationship work. And before you come at me with any kind of abuse bullshit, I'm not talking about abusive situations. They're paying for it every single time you're bitter and have to take him to court or want to take him to court for custody. Y'all never ask yourselves why these men have to fight for custody in the first place. And let's be so for real. The only people in these kind of equations that are resentful are the mothers that become single mothers and now have to do it all by themselves, even though they get government assistance, they get help from child support, they get all of these government programs to help them while the dads suffer in fucking silence. And y'all never want to talk about that. You're so self-centered that you only think about yourself in this equation, even though you created this entire situation by initiating divorce in the first place. But then you spew out this bullshit that men are resentful because they're basically losing their unpaid labor. No.
There are some women who are thinking men are sort of type of superheroes who deserve to be exploited, abused mentally and physically. Just imagine like you've been there for them. You know, if you have kids, like taking care of you and your family, you know, paying all the bills, make sure everything is good. You can do that for 20 years. Remember, bro, like you've been there for them emotionally, you know, taking care of everything, making sure they're good, you're protecting them. But at the end of the day, what do you get? You know, disappointment. So that's why they're saying like, hey, for getting married right now, it's risky for a man. At the time like you signing that piece of paper, you already lost. So now they have to decide like how much you lose in case of separation. You know, you can get a divorce because you didn't wish her a happy birthday. You know, or maybe she see like you're too busy, you know, and you don't give her enough time like you used to. Then she see like, no, this is not the right place. But remember, when you have kids, the bills are going up, so you have to work more hours. You see, this is why, man, it's so hard to be a man in this modern world. If you've been watching till now, I say thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You can also subscribe to my backup channel. You'll see a link down below in the description. You can click that link, go there, and subscribe to that channel. I'll appreciate it a lot. Thank you again, and see you on the next video.